number 3. The driver is Jeff Mosley from East Hampton in the Industrial Handling Systems and Lift Truck Parts and Service Car.
RH2wayradio.com brings us the 76 from Andover, Connecticut. It's Paul French.
Car number 16 will be starting fourth in the Pioneer Valley Indoor Karting, Zarek Fabrication, and Kopek sponsored machine. Here is Todd Doulard.
Hines Motorsports DC Rental brings us the talent behind the wheel of car 25 from North Haven, Connecticut, Tyler Hines.
This driver won his heat race in car number 04 in the Triple D racing car, Brandon Dion.
Here's a guy to keep your eyes on. The RJK Automotive, David Smith Racing, number 31 from Newtown, Connecticut, Stephen Kopsick.
The Gosster was on the podium last week in car number 07. Here is Jay Goff.
Here's a mover and a shaker. The RH2-way Radio Communications RK Machine Brothers Pool Car, Joey Farino out of East Hartford, Connecticut, car number 87.
JG Pool and Drywall brings us car number 98, Nick Salva.
And then we go to the 77 of Jeremy Sorrell, Dylan Mendetto, the 29, Peter LaPooch in the number 71.
Farino goes around as he was hammered from behind by the 77 of Sorrell, and they wound up on the safety road. So problems for the Bear.
And he spins to the inside of the racetrack. And will it bring out a caution? Let's see what's going to happen.
The Bears back out, but the yellow comes out as well.
Oh, and into the front straightaway wall.
Jake off.
And the right front wheel literally back and up. Wow, he climbed the front straightaway wall after the fact as the caution flag came out. So Jay Goff's bad luck. Motorsports. Again, we certainly hope that you'll be stopping by and checking all the great deals that they have for you. Lights are off on the safety vehicle. No laps up on the board. Heartbreaker already for Jay Goff. 20 circuits last time. Joey Farino had a problem initially on the start. Let's see what's going to happen. Burnham and Beaujolais on the outside of the front row. Green is out. And this time, Tyler Hines has a problem of getting up to speed, Matt.
So he is loitering in the back of the pack, right at the middle. And here comes Nick Salva underneath him. At the front of the field, we have a fight for the lead between DJ Burnham on the inside, Jeff Beaujolais on the outside. They wing it off the corner, and it's dead even, hitting the line.
They head down to the bottom of turn 1, and Burnham tries to hold on. Beaujolais still runs high, wide, and handsome. But look at the 77. Jeremy Sorrell started 11th, 3 wide, bid for the lead. Burnham still fighting for that number 1 spot. Up the hill and contending. On the outside is Brandon Dion. Now Dion made his debut in the $10,000 modified tour type race at Seacock and did quite well for himself. A competitor in his rookie season here in the SK Lights.
Boy, it's like he was fired out of a harpoon gun to the outside, 3 wide. In the middle is Beaujolais. On the inside is Sorrell. And making progress on the outside groove is Brandon. We have 2 cars together. It is Tyler Hines and the Shark, Bob Charland. They tangled up, and there's 2 cars behind them.
Looks like Rick Dulac is involved in that as well, Matt. And maybe the 53 car.
That would be Jody Johnson in the 53.
I think that is the 4th car that was caught up in that mix-up there on the racetrack itself. To come back and race, she competed on a limited schedule in the SK Modifieds at the Thompson Speedway before the season. Her and her boyfriend put together this race car. They do a really good job with it. There's no big financing and there's no big crew or any of the above. And she's done quite well.
Yeah, and she went to North Carolina State.
Yep.
So she was an old member of the Wolfpack.
That's right.
Not the Hartford Wolfpack, but the North Carolina Wolfpack.
So the field is doubled up and ready to go back to green.
This should be a blockbuster restart between DJ Burnham and Jeremy Sorrell. Let's see what happens as they lightning bolt their way off the corner. Great getaway for DJ Burnham. Dion does not come up to speed, and getting bottled up behind him is Stephen Kopchik.
Dion all of a sudden gets back on the throttle. Here comes Sorrell to the outside of Burnham. 3 wide. Look at Joey Farino. Look at Dion. Beaujolais drops further back among the top 5 cars. Burnham is skating at the point, but still holding on as the leader.
Going down low is Sorrell. Slingshot move. Will the crossover work? Trouble in the turn as Salva gets kicked to the turn.
Salva's car literally started to puff some smoke. All of a sudden, he's back into it, but not as strong. Back up front off turn number 4. Here comes Burnham to try to take from Sorrell. It just doesn't happen. Dion is the mover and shaker. So far this season, his best finish was a 4th. Now he's looking for a 2nd and perhaps a victory, as it's a long way from over with yet. 15 laps and counting, Matt. Here comes Dion to the outside.
Boy, he was able to screech by Burnham to get into 2nd. Now he is in the hip pocket of Jeremy Sorrell as they cha-cha their way off of turn number 2. Farino holding off Kopchik. Kopchik is a rookie driver who has come into his own tonight.
He sure has. He ran very strong in his qualifying round. Kopchik goes up the hill. Farino, a good comeback. He's among the top 5 cars. And here is Mendito. Mendito, so they're 3 wide than leader. Dion touches with Sorrell, and that gives Joey Farino the opportunity to move in the 3rd spot. Farino is a mover and shaker. Look at Dion to the outside of Sorrell. 3 wide action at the bottom of the top 5.
It works for Mendito, but it worked better for Kopchik as he is able to move from 6th into 4th place. Battle for the lead. Here comes a teenager, Brandon Dion, a rookie driver, trying to take the lead away from Jeremy Sorrell.
They are closer than most people park. They rim ride off turn number 4. Back to the stripe. They cross the line. And the scoreboard shows that Brandon Dion is now the brand new leader. Sorrell tries to back in for 2nd. Farino, that sly old dog, is setting in the 3rd spot as, again, a little further back, here comes Tyler Hines and Dylan Mendito. Back to the line they come, and Dion is still the brand new leader.
Remember, Tyler Hines had so much trouble early in this race. He has moved up into the upper tier of the field. Mendito going to work against Kopchik as he tries to razor blade his way underneath the 31 car. It's not happening yet as they exit turn 4.
That time, Dion slipped up the racetrack just a bit, and Sorrell saw a little daylight at the bottom. He'll take a peek at the inside. It just doesn't work. Off the turn and down the back straightaway. Reno is there. 3 black cars contending for 1 position. They come around turn number 4. Dion a little bit high again, and that seems to work to the advantage of Sorrell as he now makes a bid for it in turn 1.
But not enough energy to complete the move. So
trouble.
Dion,
Mendito goes around.
Wow.
Caution flag is out. Nick Salva also spins to the inside of the racetrack. Mechanical problem, the story on the Salva machine, because it literally dropped off the pace to come out and be a part of history in the making. Get those tickets early, come early, and enjoy the festivities and the atmosphere of the next big event, the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour, right here next Friday night, the Call Before You Dig special.
Let's tell you something about Brandon Dion. He is 16 years old, a student at Bristol Plymouth High and taught Mass. He started in go-karts with the Mini Cups, won 2 races last year in the Sportsman Trucks. He is having the race of his SK Light life so far tonight. Let's see what kind of restart he can get against Sorrell.
His best finish before tonight was a 4th. He's now challenging for the lead. Sorrell is right there. Farino is there. Been there, done that. Meanwhile, Kopchik is back up among the top 4. Tyler Hines is now in the 5th position, and Beaujolais refuses to be left out of the big dance up front.
And Joey Farino refuses to give up as he tries to roller coaster his way underneath Sorrell, and he is going to pull off the move. Joey Farino, keep an eye on him. He is able to thunder his way into 2nd.
Clock is ticking, circuits and counting down. It is now Farino up to 2nd. Kopchik into 3rd. Here comes Tyler Hines. We haven't talked much about him as Sorrell is trying to fight back in the outside lane, but the inside seems to be working well for Tyler Hines and Kopchik.
As Tyler Hines was jostled around early in the race, but he is in his rhythm now, striking to the outside. Jeremy Sorrell trying to take 3rd back from Kopchik. We have rookies running in 3rd. Kopchik leading by about the width of a credit card against a 77 of Sorrell.
Sure is evenly matched. They are still right there running side by side, lap after lap. This time, 16 flash up on the board. Still a dogfight battle for that third spot. And Matt, Tyler Hines just refuses to be left out of this one. Another three-wide battle, best we've seen Prucker run in 2014. He challenges on the bottom.
Boy, an Evel Knievel move there as he surrounded Burnham and Beaujolais, but he loses a position. The script has been set at the front of the field. Brandon Dion looking for his first ever win in his rookie season, and he's got to hold off one of the experienced veterans, Joey Farino, to do that.
Meanwhile, they come off turn number 4, 1 mile left, and Dion made the mistake of leaving the door open off turn 4. Here comes Farino, glued to his back bumper. Remember, Dion's Achilles heel has been turn 4, where he drifts up high on the racetrack. Farino gives him a smooch, bonsai move to the bottom. Side-by-side racing. There's Dion's Achilles heel, the high side. White flag is out, 1 lap to go.
Farino in the lead. Here comes Dion. Dion moves back in front. They scorch their way down the backstretch. Farino looking to make a power move as they enter turn number 3. Farino, Dion dead even as they go into turn 4.
Off turn number 4, back to the stripe they come. Double checkers, they rim ride, they touch. And the scoreboard will tell the story. Timing and scoring will show that Joey Farino will take down the victory. Brandon Dion, an amazing run for second. Jeremy Sorrell to finish in third. Tyler Hines for fourth. FBF to be entering the drawing for 2 tickets to the Valente Modified Racing Series event here at Stafford. All you have to do is pick the winner in the late model. So it's not too late. Message us right now.
Last week we got more than a week, so we're looking for more tonight. Tell us what's on your mind. We have an interactive booth here at Stafford Speedway. So right now, Tony Sutton is standing by. The mayor, Joey Farino, with one of the most electrifying finishes of his career, is getting ready to climb out of the car at Napa Victory Lane.
Well, Joey's got all the safety gear off and take a little drink of water to replace what was lost during that race. And the mayor will be out of his car momentarily. A little congratulations going on before he exits the car. With the flag in hand, Joey Farino out of the 90s. Now that was a race. That was fun to watch. I'm assuming. Well, obviously the celebration sort of included me. Obviously, from your vantage point, that was probably one of the closest races in this division in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, coming around after the checkered flag, I had to look at the board and see if I had him beat at the line or not. I mean, my guys do so much work on this car. I mean, Paul French, I mean, the setup he puts under me every week, you know, and Gino coming out financially, wouldn't have been able to put tires on it tonight. I mean, when I got spun originally, you know, the car wasn't handling as good as I wanted it to, but, I mean, the thing was amazing. I just, you know, I got to thank all my guys, you know, Frank, Debbie, Lenny. Got to thank Greg, Zappa, you know, everybody that helps me out. Got to thank Kurt D'Addario's Auto Service, Steven's Ductwork. I got to thank Dan Petrovsky, Donnie over at Rad Auto Machine. I got to thank George for helping me out whenever he can. My cheering section over in turn 4. You know, my sister from coming down from New Hampshire, and I mean, this is just phenomenal. You know, 3 wins in a season. I can't remember the last time I did that.
Well, Joey, a great drive and a little lesson for the young man behind you. But boy, I tell you what, he drove a whale of a race as well. That young man's got a future. But you are in victory lane. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, he's coming along real nice. I didn't think I was going to have anything for him. You know, got to thank the fans for cheering us on, putting us here every week, their roots, and just everybody that helps out.
All right, go celebrate with your crew.
Thank you.
Now this is your first time on the podium, but I'll tell you what, you impressed a lot of people, Brandon, with the way you drove that car. The 04 car was out front more than was any place else on a racetrack. What did you learn from this race?
I definitely learned a lot of experience, you know, like car control and just keep my equipment under me just for the end.
Well, obviously the end put you in second spot. I know there's a lot of folks that work with you and make this car get on a racetrack and go as fast as it does. Why don't you mention a couple of them?
My mom and dad, got to thank them. Got to thank Tony from TA, everybody over there. Go say King Builders. Just my parents, they just, you know, the ones that brought me out here.
Well, I'll tell you what, as they stand by waiting to give you a big hug. Congratulations on second spot. Your first trip to the podium, but I don't think it's going to be your last.
Thank you.
Well, that 77 car was running good, and as we talked about earlier in the welding trailer, you were close, dude.
Yeah, we had a good run. You know, had a tough start there, but we recovered well. You know, definitely been some stuff up in the front end, but you know, we got really tight at the end of the race. Hopefully, you know, we'll get it fixed back up, come back out, and try to get another win next week.
Well, the Sorrell name's going to be on this trophy for winning the race soon. I can tell that because your rhythm is very, very consistent, and you're right on the wheel on every corner. Congratulations on third place.
Thank you.
Well, that wraps it up down here in Victory Lane. We'll send it back upstairs for our next event.
Well, coming up next is the limited late models, but before we go